I actually wanted to start. So David was talking with Viacom earlier. They made a deal today to buy a streaming service, Pluto TV. You're on the board of 21st Century Fox.
I am.
How can all of these companies have their own streaming services? How many streaming services can we have?
We'll have dozens of streaming services, but there will be dozens that are highly unprofitable. There's no doubt Netflix and Amazon were very much at the forefront of why 21st Century Fox and Disney decided that great scale matters. And whether it's Comcast, the parent company that, of course, reported nice numbers today. Or
Our parent company.
Your parent
also
company.
Launching its OTT service.
Absolutely. Or 21st Century Fox, Disney. There will be a couple other major studios. And it's not unlike the technology business. My view is there are 3 to 5 very important worldwide media companies going forward. There are 3 to 5 technology companies that are going to be truly important. And it's also a great time to be a TV scriptwriter, television producer, independent software AI developer building on the cloud services. And so I'm very optimistic about not only entrepreneurship and innovation, which is represented in today's Viacom transaction, but the opportunity to use a lot of the new technologies around cloud services to build wonderful businesses or nonprofits.
But you see the big players really owning the world of streaming. So what does that mean? Is there room for New Fox to have a streaming service?
Don't know. I will not be joining the New Fox board. I'm retiring from 21st Century Fox upon the merger. My view, though, is 10 years from now, as investors, the top 20 companies in the world by market cap will be in the US and China. 18 of the 20 will be technology oriented, but that also means AI first or technology first, whether it's Comcast or Disney or Facebook, Netflix, Google, Tencent, others. What really matters is building great customer and enterprise software experiences. And I do believe I'm 2 years in to an AI 10-year investment strategy. I made 6 investments in AI last year after receiving approximately 10,000 AI business plans. And they run the gamut from cancer research to helping police forces do a better job to helping our troops all around the world have better information around where there might be.
U.S. or China on AI? Who's winning that race?
It's never a soundbite, but it makes the space race look tame. In certain areas like facial recognition, China is far ahead. In security solutions sold into governments, the U.S. is catching up, but we need to move faster. In areas like devices, it's Korea and Japan on the display devices. But in semiconductors, the U.S. has at least a 5-year lead, which is why I love NVIDIA and Intel and so many of the semiconductor stocks long term. There will be slowdowns, but the U.S. far and away has at least a 5-year lead when it comes to semiconductor technologies.
I was going to ask how you play this in the public market, this explosion of growth in AI. You like it through semis?
I like it through semis. I like it through some of the great software companies, Salesforce, Microsoft, many of the enterprise software companies that are selling into businesses and commercial accounts. I would buy Microsoft again and again and hold it. And I do really like what would be the FANG stocks, forgetting about valuations for a moment, because I'd like to spend 2 to 3 years on the public equity holdings. And then for private companies that I'm investing in, many of them partnering with Salesforce and Microsoft, Oracle and others, it's a 7 to 10 year bet. And Facebook in 2005, Mark was 20.
You were there.
I was there and helped navigate a very treacherous public offering, as we all remember. But these fundamental businesses long term are so important. And Instagram may be, even with all the accolades, the most underrated application in the world.
Well, 2018 was another turbulent period for Facebook.
I've heard.
Losing public trust. What does 2019 hold?
I hate to throw darts and pile on when a lot of people are, but Facebook, and I said this to Cheryl, and I say this to Cheryl and Mark and others, we as Facebook should have been much more transparent, much more out front, and I hope and I believe 2019 will be very different. I believe Mark really gets it, but I have a long-term bias. I feel Mark Zuckerberg's a genius.
Does he deserve to be CEO and chairman, or should they split that?
He deserves to be CEO and chairman.
And Sheryl Sandberg
deserves to be president, and they're terrific, and they're a great team. And this is one of the idiosyncrasies of the world we live in. I really believe in chairmen and CEOs for founders and young companies being in charge. And whether it's media companies, whether it's the best technology companies, whether it was the emerging AI companies, where I'm spending a lot of time, very often
you think that model works,
CEO,
even when a company is going through the turmoil that Facebook is going through with some real execution and leadership questions?
Oh, there have been terrible decisions in many cases, and I really believe that it's not a function of the chairman CEO being in the same position. But then again, as a venture capitalist, my big successes, and as a technology investor, the biggest successes are when the chairman and CEO are in the same spot.
Very quickly, wanted to ask about China, because you have been in China for more than a decade and very bullish on it. Cross-border deals dried up completely. Can you invest in China right now during this trade war?
The answer is yes. And I've been investing in China for 15 years. The team I've worked with invested Series A in Tencent and Baidu and others. We continue to make significant investments in China, and will continue to do it. But the internets and a lot of the opportunities in China and the U.S. have diverged. But I'll remain very active.
They don't get approval to work together.
They do not get any approvals to work together. Cross-border investing for now is dead. But 3 to 5 years from now, I'm still very optimistic. It's really helpful for U.S. companies and Chinese companies to build often together in different parts of the world. India will be the next showdown.